spur swing around him, but stays right inside. And of course, Whitaker can also scramble.
Hold it. Okay.
And he's a lefty just like Steve Young. Another terrific right and left combination by Whitaker, who's beginning to find the range with the left hand over the top. Any chance he's got the power to score a knockout against this guy, Gil?
I don't think it will be a one-punch knockout, but I think he could throw a couple of good combinations and maybe do some real bad damage to Vasquez. But, you know, Vasquez every once in a while lands a good body shot, which may help him if the fight goes any distance.
Typically, a fighter like Vasquez comes on in the late stages of a fight.
Whitaker starting to double up with the jab. You saw him bring the left hand behind it. Vasquez wailing inside.
And Larry, you mentioned the way Vasquez is snorting. I think maybe Whitaker thinks he's fighting a bull.
Another hard left-hand body shot by Vasquez in that exchange. Vasquez landed the left hand over the top.
Nice combination by Vasquez.
So the champion seizing the initiative for the moment against Pernell Whitaker, who once again is cast in the role of challenger tonight.
Another nice combination by Vasquez.
But Vasquez beginning to find Whitaker more easily than was the case in the first couple of rounds. Hard left hand by Whitaker to punctuate round number 3.
You see how you hit him right in the liver with the left hook. Take it easy. Take it easy. Freshen him up a little bit with the water. Just take it easy. Just keep doing this. Just keep doing exactly what you're doing. Don't fall asleep in the middle.
Yeah, I know, but you're trying to put it on, Pete. You're trying to put it on. You're boxing beautiful. Take the tail. Just give me both hands now, all right? That's all. Just boom, 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 and step him out. That's all. Just stay ahead of him. That's all I want to do. Stay ahead of the man. You can play any rhythm you want on his head with those jabs. Come on. Let's go.
Vasquez is surprising me, certainly, with his boxing ability, Gil.
He's surprising me with his combination punching, Larry. I've seen him on tape a couple of times, and I never saw him put punches together the way he did in that last round. It was usually one punch at a time, usually just a stiff right jab.
Well, he's had to do some boxing some of the time, guys. He is not classically a knockout artist. 7 of his 11 championship fights have gone the distance. Hard left hand over the top for Vasquez. Whitaker tries to answer right back with a right hand. But Vasquez is beginning to find the range with Pernell. In the last minute or so of action, he's improved dramatically.
And again, he has that weight advantage over Pernell. That also could be a factor in the later rounds.
And there was a punch that landed on the shoulder, but that can be an effective punch also as the fight goes on.
It's amazing that Vasquez can get off with a punch like that, because Whitaker, again, is fighting flat-footed.
You saw Tony Orlando, the referee, briefly warning Vasquez against holding Whitaker behind the head.
There was that stiff right jab of Vasquez, Larry, finding the mark.
I think the Argentine is just getting warmed up, guys. Those first couple of rounds, he wasn't really ready to put forth his best effort. A showboating Whitaker goes down on a left hand and then tackles Vasquez. And Tony Orlando, I think correctly, is going to call that a knockdown.
Absolutely. No question about it. Vasquez hit him with a left hand, and down he went.
Second fight in a row in which Whitaker's gone down. Buddy McGirt was credited with a knockdown in the second round of their fight in Norfolk this past autumn. So that changes the atmosphere here dramatically. I think everyone in the crowd was able to see the solid left-hand shot that produced the knockdown, and now Orlando goes back to warning Vasquez about holding behind the head. Another hard left for Vasquez. Whitaker trying to answer bolt for bolt.
Now we're seeing a fight. Not a boxing exhibition, a fight.
Hold it, no punching. Step back clean. Step back clean.
Another hard left hand shot by Vasquez. And that size and power is making a difference, just as you said it might, Gil. This is as wobbly as Pernell Whitaker has ever been for a continued stretch of time.
Those legs are like have a little bit of rubber in them right now.
Definitely. I think you can make an argument that's about as much trouble as Pernell's ever been in a professional fight.
We don't have to bullshit with this guy, all right? Let's just go and win the damn fight now, okay? Now, come on, look. Get out there and box the way we know how to box. Good jab, double jab, triple jab, left hand, or combinations now. Three or four punches. You're throwing one shot out there, all right? When you get close, now you just got to go start moving your hands now, okay? Come on now, be smart, fight smart. You're better than that now,
The guy's
okay?
fired up right now, understand? You box this guy with your jab. Here's a look at the knockdown as they got very close. Whitaker was a little off balance, but that punch high on the head deposited him on the floor. There was a punch on the chin, I should say, before that. And this is later in the round as an emboldened Vasquez comes on.
So Whitaker making an opportunity for Vasquez by squatting down in that position. Gil Clancy, it's the first time in Pernell Whitaker's career that he's ever worn 10-ounce gloves. What effect does that have?
Well, no, that should actually be an advantage for Whitaker because Vasquez is the stronger and harder puncher. But for some reason or other, Whitaker is not fighting the kind of fight that I thought Whitaker was fighting. He is fighting a fighter.
Harold Letterman, how did you score it through the first 4 rounds quickly?
Larry, 2 rounds apiece, 38-37, Julio Cesar Vasquez. I certainly had to give him an extra point to round 4 for the knockdown. I went with Pernell Whitaker in the first 2 rounds, but they were close. Vasquez could have a bigger lead than I've got him in right now, but I've got Vasquez by 1 point so far.
I have him ahead 3 rounds to 1.
And our interpreter, Hector Garcia, tells us that between rounds, the man in Vasquez's corner told him that they thought Whitaker was in serious trouble and almost gone. So he may be thinking knockout as he comes into round 5. Whitaker going back to the jab in this round.
That is when he's most effective, Jim, with that quick left jab, right jab, excuse me.
Well, it dominated the first 2 rounds. Then he went away from it, decided to trade power shots with Vasquez in the 3rd round, and that's when the tide of the fight began to turn.
The way Whitaker is fighting Vasquez, when he throws that straight, stiff right hand, he can throw that left hand behind it because Pernell is not using any side-to-side motion at all.
Not giving him any angles, is he?
No angles whatsoever.
And it's so easy for Pernell to do that with his great feet. Do you think he might not be in tip-top shape, Gil?
Well, it's the idea, I always believe in bringing a fighter in at his most efficient weight. By him adding these extra 5 or 6 pounds, I don't think it's helped him a bit.
Sequence for Whitaker. Vasquez comes back with fury.
Great! No holding. Let him go. Let him go. That was a Whitaker round.
Sit down and take it easy. Relax.